Good morning, my third and fourth graders. So I hope you enjoyed my story yesterday of what the Greek myth of Prometheus and him bringing fire to humanity. I am going to go on and go into another Greek story, and this is actually one of my favorite ones. This is about Icarus. Now, how many of you guys have ever gotten frustrated with your parents because they told you shouldn't do something and you thought, I can do that? They don't know what they're talking about. I'm going to do it anyway. And then we get into trouble and we get ourselves hurt. I know that with my own daughter, Alyssa, last year, I told her she should not go out and rollerblade on the street, especially in a construction zone, because we're in the middle of a brand new neighborhood, and she did it anyway, and she ended up crashing and breaking her leg and getting herself hurt. So this is kind of a Greek myth. It's about growing up, and it still is relevant today because kids and parents still argue over which one is right. So this is a story about Icarus and his father, and I love this because this is in a poem format again. So what it is, we're going to go ahead and read this to you and see if you guys can come up with, see the story about Icarus. The cleverest man alive was a man called Daedalus, an inventor, an engineer, an all-around good genius. He built and knew the secret of the labyrinth of Crete, and King Minos was worried that he would be indiscreet. So Daedalus was locked up with young Icarus his son. Of course they soon escaped, though, and the pair went on the run. Let's see here. They wanted to get back to Greece, their home where they'd be free. The problem was the island Crete was surrounded by sea. They could not use a boat because the boats were all the king's. Daedalus decided to make two giant pair of wings. Made out of feathers, string, and wax, the wings were quite a sight. Daedalus strapped them on tightly, and soon they were in flight. Fly straight ahead, young Icarus, the boy heard his dad say, but flying was so much fun that he got carried away. Laughing, whooping, loop-de-looping, flying was really fun. He flew too high up in the sky, too near to the sun. The sun's heat melted the wax, and the wings soon fell apart. Icarus fell to his death, and it broke his father's heart. So remember that myths and legends are usually about lessons that we can learn. So Icarus and his father Daedalus, was an incredible genius, and he built like a maze, and in the center of the maze was the Minotaur. And I'm going to give you an example of what the Minotaur looks like, at least the kid version anyway. The Minotaur was a bull man that lived in the middle of the maze, and anytime that King Minos had any criminals in his realm, he would throw them in the maze and they'd get lost in the maze, and the bull would find them, the Minotaur would find them, and then kill them and eat them. So he had this incredible punishment, and there wasn't very much crime on Crete, and he had Daedalus build this for him. But King Minos was a really paranoid, meaning that he didn't trust anybody, and he thought that maybe Daedalus was going to tell his secret. And in fact, there is one time that Daedalus did tell the secret to Perseus, actually. It might have been Hercules. I'll have to look that up and make sure, double check which one it was. But one of those heroes used a ball of string to go through the maze and be able to come out again without getting lost. But unfortunately, his son, Daedalus' son, Icarus, did not listen to his father. His father told him not to fly too close to the sun, that the heat from the sun would melt the wings, but his son didn't listen. He was having way too much fun, and it cost Icarus his life. So just to remember, parents are always looking out for kids. Teachers are always looking out for our students. Sometimes it's hard when we're little to remember that we have to listen to grown-ups sometimes because they might know best on some things. Now, kids, I have discovered, are also very, very wise, and it would be wise for us as parents and teachers to listen to our kids sometimes. But the story of Icarus is about kids listening to their parents, making sure that they understand that parents often tell them not to do things because they love them. So thank you for listening to our legend of Icarus and Daedalus. If you guys are interested in reading more Greek myths, they are some really fun ones. You can Google Greek myths for kids, and I get on Kid History, and they have some really good stories. Make sure though you go with your parents if you're looking up any Greek myths, because some of these myths are not kid friendly. Okay, so make sure that you have parents that can help you. I will see you guys on Wednesday, and I'm going to see if I can find another fun myth for us. See you later.